Hey guys, Doc. Man, lots of real mower cutting today. I'm going to talk about sort of hard cutting again and multiple cuttings when sometimes you want to cut your lawn several times, especially if you're real mowing. We'll talk about that today. I'm going to discuss a few other issues. We'll talk about the equipment a little bit. And then towards the end, I'll just put up a bunch of real mowing because that's what we're doing here today. It has been non-stop. I'm exhausted already. My day started at 4:45 this morning and has not stopped. Doc's gonna have to take a nap, so hold on. Hey guys, Doc. Ooh, I got a pressure washer out. Real cutting day. All right, Jesse's coming over, Jacob's coming over. I'm gonna cut. We're gonna do a bunch of real cutting. I'm gonna let you know right now. I think my son is coming over, and we got in the new fence, and I'm trying to get it ready for stain. So we're gonna do a pressure wash on the new fence to clean it up and open it up. I'm gonna do a video on that too. So he's gonna be here pressure washing. Jesse and I are gonna be cutting this back, and we're gonna be doing a triple cut. It's a long story, but basically this time of year you have to cut your yard down hard. You're dealing with seed heads, so we're gonna almost triple cut this lawn back here. Then Jacob's gonna come over. He's gonna cut the other lawns. Anything I'm talking about, by the way, product-wise or whatever, the real mowers, I'll link to the real mowers and all my lawn products in the description below. One link takes you over to our webpage where everything is displayed. So I don't have to keep posting up stupid links. It's on one page. All right, so there's the lineup. And what I'm gonna do is here in a minute, I'm gonna take the Greenskeeper model. I'm gonna take that Greenskeeper model, and what I'm gonna do with it is I'm gonna tune it up a little bit. The GR series McLean is ready to go, and that one is ready to go. It does need a back lap. I'm being lazy and I'm putting it off. That thing's a bitch to back lap. I need to do it. I'll probably do it this week, and I'll put it on video too. Hit subscribe, because we got a bunch of stuff. All this fence stuff, the pressure washing, the staining, the pool deck we got to clean, all that stuff. So here we go. Did I make it? 3, 4. If I make it, you have to cheer, okay? Oh no, that was bad. All right, so what am I talking about with triple cutting? This time of year, like especially when you have a lot of rain and you get these delays in cuttings, you're going to get these weird color patterns in your lawn. So you may end up having not really scalping marks, but more of, I call them scarring, where they turn yellow and it gets ugly. Plus you're battling old seed heads. Now old seed heads, once they die, they're not healthy, they're dead, and they won't stand up. So you got to kind of drop down and cut them again. I talk about this all the time, and every so often you need to do kind of a hard cut, and I probably did that 5 times last year. If your lawn just isn't looking right, cut it the heck down. Just cut it really, really low and then let it grow back up. That you can do that with Bermuda all year long as you're not in the middle of a drought. Just really cut it hard, and that's kind of what we're doing today. So let me give you an example first of the seed heads. So it's not really seed heads, it's these things right here. See this dead seed head? That's what I'm talking about. And it's all these. If you look, you can see sort of a checkerboard pattern on my lawn where we cut this way and we cut this way, but yet I still have all these little brown dead old seed heads that don't want to stand up and cut. So there's really only one solution for it. And let me show you what I experimented with last night, and it kind of worked well. Really, it doesn't even look that great this way, with this sun the way it is. Anyways, there's a path right here that I triple cut. I cut it twice with the Greenskeeper, then came back with a taller one and cut the seed heads. Same thing, and that's uncut over here. So you can see right there's sort of a line where I triple cut this lower, and then this is uncut, and you can see sort of the difference there. Anytime your yard starts to look yucky, you're starting to get these weird color patterns, whether you're dealing with seed heads, or maybe you just had to let it go up because of rain patterns. Don't be afraid to give your lawn a hard cut once in a while. I love to do that. I love to come out and cut my lawn. If I see good weather coming up in the summertime, like a whole week of rain, I'll come out and I'll just scalp the living heck out of my lawn, throw down some PGF Complete, and then just let it grow back up, and it's gorgeous out there. All right, let me show you real quick a trick on this McLean Greenskeeper. I know there aren't many people out there that own it, but let me show it to you. Maybe you can learn something from this. The normal McLean that I recommend that everyone buy is not this one. The normal GR series, which I link to below, has one handle that controls both sides. This model has the ability to adjust side to side like most greens cutters, okay? So basically you loosen these two bolts right here, and then you adjust it with this. But here's the problem. The problem is, if you don't have a bed knife measuring tool, which are pretty expensive, they're like $120 to $200. It's like a blade with a little gauge on it. It's hard to measure side to side. So let me show you a little trick. Costs you 5 cents to 15 cents. Take a stack of pennies and glue them together with E6000 glue. E6000. Love that stuff. And you can change these. You can make it whatever. You can make a couple piles. Then what you can do is just slide. That's a better view of it, even though there's a chip in that blade from a screw. Oh no. Same thing here. So I know that this one should be about a 1/16 of an inch above that last penny, and that's what the other side is. So I'm good there too. If you have a real mower that you need to measure the size. So I'm actually thankful that I kept that extra reel mower here, because it's kind of nice not to have to go out and do adjustments. Because what I'm doing is, the putting green I'm cutting at about 1/8 of an inch, just over. The backyard we're doing 1/2 an inch. In the front, because I still am recovering from brown patch issues, I'm doing it about 3/4 of an inch, maybe just a little bit taller. And it's nice to be able to do that. The true cut, the big true cut, I use across the street on those crappy lawns, because I don't want to put that abuse on the on my nice McLeans and have to worry about sharpening the blades and all that stuff. So I let Jacob run that big true cut across the street. All right, so I got my son out here pressure washing. Jacob's going to come do the yards across the street, and Jesse and I are going to do these. So we're going to start over on this side away from the noise. So she's got the standard model, which will cut just a little bit higher and get some of those dead grass, those seed heads, those brown things. They're just horrible. And then I'm going to come back by with the greens cutter and cut a little bit lower. So we're kind of going to double team this lawn, and we're just going to keep cutting it and cutting it. And I may go over it twice, or once we're done, I may have her go back over the whole thing again with the Greenskeeper. That's how much we're going to cut this stuff. We're going to cut it down, cut it down, cut it down. That looks so much better.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can tell, but there's a line right here where you can see all this patchy brown sort of squares. And then over here, it looks like a fairway, and that's kind of what we're doing. So she's going over with her unit, and what she's doing is she's clipping off these little stupid brown things, and then I'm going behind and cutting again. So let me grab one. This is what I'm talking about right here. These things, they just want to fold over and stay in the grass. So I'm having her go over first and get these things. She's learning a lot on reel mowing. One of the things she was struggling with was at the end, she was struggling with the turn. And what I'm teaching her is to use the wheel down let go when she wants to stop, and then do a feathering. Just sort of feather it as you turn, and use that wheel just to turn you, not to propel you, just to turn you. And do you feel it now?
I feel it. It's a lot easier. It takes a lot of the less strength to do, and it makes it a lot easier. And I gave myself a blister yesterday.
She had boo-boo yesterday. She had on her little Barbie Band-Aid.
It's Disney Princess. It's Merida from Brave.
A witch Band-Aid. So that was one of the reasons why she got that blister, is because at the end of the cut, she was fighting that turn. Instead of using the wheel, now when I do it, I just whip around with one hand. I'd leave that wheels going, boom, and I'm going and going and going. She'll eventually get to that point, but right now, I'm just having her feather on the turn, just slowly use that. It was working a lot better.
Oh yeah, it feels a lot easier. It feels a lot better.
The witch is happy here. All right, we got to finish this up. So I really wish I could find some old video of Barb's yard back when basically this was 50% dirt, a little bit of weed, and a tiny bit of Bermuda on it. And really all we've done here is PGF complete and human char. That's pretty much it. And that true cut needs to be shot. This is part of this test area. It's just the neighbor's house that we take care of. But definitely some fungus issues going on here. And we're not bagging here. It's just too much of a pain in the butt. We don't own this property. We just take care of it. In the sunshine? Oh, you're sleeping. You're falling asleep. Crazy. Linda. I'm falling asleep. So this is the backyard cut. And finally, we got most of these stupid seed heads out of here. But there's still a few of them around. Like, look over here. You can see they just want to fold over because they're dead. They won't stand up. But, such is life in springtime Bermuda. Now this is the backyard height. This is the probably the tallest I'll let this get this year. I may even take it down a little bit shorter, maybe another 16th or so, a little bit shorter. The green is just above 1/8 of an inch, because I really don't have dwarf grass back there. So, whatever. Front, 3/4 of an inch. Anyways, I'm just gonna put up a bunch of mower footage. I shot it, so I'll put it up. If you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't, go watch reruns on Netflix. Doc.